You have been told that running is the ultimate workout.
Running is so easy. If that doesn't show you the power that your body has,
transform your body and lead to major health gain.
And so much fun. Said no one ever.
But what if I told you that it could also be one of the most dangerous? Today I'm breaking down the good, the bad and the ugly of running. Everything they don't tell you about the sport that everyone thinks is a cure for all. Welcome to my first video in my series, The Good, the Bad and the Ugly, where I break down different sports to help you find the perfect fit for your lifestyle. Because I always wished there was like a guide out there that really showed the pros and the cons of each sport in order to help me find the sport that really suits me. And it didn't exist, so I had to do lots of sports. And that is also the reason why I decided I will create that now for you. But I'm not just stopping at the reviews. I'll be ranking each sport in a tier list from S for the absolute best down through A, B, C and D. This isn't just about which sport is the most popular or looks the coolest. It's about finding the one that fits you best. To make these rankings as helpful as possible, I developed a framework that evaluates each sport based on 9 key categories. These categories are designed to cover every aspect that might influence your decision to pick up a new sport. Let me walk you through them quickly. First, we have costs. In essence, how much will it cost you to get started and keep on going? Next is accessibility. How easy is it to find a place to participate in that sport? Then we have the fun factor. Here we analyze how engaging the sport is, how much variety it offers. Social and community is next. Does the sport offer opportunities to connect with each other? The fifth category is physical and mental benefits. How does the sport impact your overall health? After that, we look at beginner friendliness. How easy is it for you or for someone to start the sport? Next, we have high or low risk of injury. That is critical. Some sports are notorious for injuries, while others are much safer. The higher the rating, the lower the risk of you getting hurt. The eighth category is time commitment. How much time do you need to dedicate to see progress in the sport? Finally, we have novelty and longevity. How likely are you to stick with this sport long term? Each of these categories is scored on a scale from 1 to 10, where 1 means poor performance or significant drawbacks in this category, and 10 means just excellence with few to no drawbacks. Then at the end of the video, I'll give you an overall rating and place the sport on the tier list. And now that you know the framework, let's dive into the good, the bad and the ugly of running. Let's start with the good, because honestly, there's a lot of love about running. First off, running is incredibly accessible. Whether you're in a city, a small town or out in the countryside, all you need is a pair of shoes and some open space. No expensive gym membership, no special equipment, just you and the open road. You can run almost anywhere at any time of the year, making it perfect for anyone with a busy schedule. So that's for me a perfect 10 out of 10 for accessibility. Running is also one of the most affordable sports out there. Sure, you'll need a good pair of running shoes, but that's a pretty small investment. So for this, running scores an easy 9 out of 10 on costs. Another great thing about running is its flexibility. You can fit it into almost any schedule, whether you have 20 minutes or 2 hours. You can make running work for you. Not only that, because you can literally start running from the minute you leave the house, you also save time it normally would take you to get to and back from other activities. That's why it gets an 8 out of 10 for time commitment. And then there are the health benefits. Running is a powerhouse for your cardiovascular system. It strengthens your heart, improves your lung capacity, and even boosts your mood. Many runners talk about the runner's high. Personally, I never really experienced that, but a lot of friends told me about it. So yeah, it is out there.
That's the point in a journey where it's longer to go back to the beginning than it is to continue to the end.
For physical and mental benefits, running gets a 9 out of 10. But running isn't all sunshine and rainbows. One of the biggest downsides, running can be incredibly repetitive. Sure, You can change up your route or do trail running. But in the end of the day, it is still just you putting one foot in front of the other. And this can make it really hard to stay motivated, especially if you're not in self-competition and you get a high out of it if you run faster, further, or so on. And that's the biggest reason why running scores just a 4 out of 10 for me in the fun factor. And while running communities are strong, running itself is often a solitary activity. If you're someone who thrives on social interaction, you might find the solitude of running a bit lonely. For social and community engagement, running gets a 6 out of 10. Another issue, while running offers some variety, like switching between road running, trail running, or sprinting, or going different places, the repetitive nature of that sport can make it boring over time, and we covered that already in a fun factor. However, the simplicity of running also means you can do it for years without needing to learn new techniques. So in other words, novelty is bad, but longevity is good. And that's why it gets a 6 out of 10 for novelty and longevity. Now let's talk about the ugly, something that is often swept aside when people talk about running. Running carries a significant risk of injury, especially for those who run frequently. Knee pain, shin splints, stress fractures. These are just a few of the common injuries runners face. The risk is even higher if you're overweight, like me for example. Studies have shown that 50% of runners on average experience an injury each year, particularly the knees. Just think about 50% each year, and it gets worse. A study published in the Journal of Orthopedic and Sports Physical Therapy found that overweight individuals who take up running are at even much higher risk of developing knee osteoarthritis. Well, yeah, I'm having problems with the word. English is not my first language, sorry.
Chill out.
The problem, many dedicated runners experience chronic issues due to the repetitive stress on the body, making it a sport that should be approached with caution, particularly for daily practice. Therefore, on a high or low injury risk, it scores a 4 out of 10, which means high likelihood of injury and something to seriously consider before committing to a regular routine. So, is running right for you? Well, it depends. If you're looking for an affordable, accessible way to stay fit and you enjoy the mental and physical challenge, then running could be your new best friend. But even if it becomes your favorite sport, I wouldn't recommend it as a daily activity. I have so many friends who are runners, from marathon runners to even one Olympic runner, or some of them are just casual runners, and I don't know a single one, not one single dedicated runner who hasn't suffered from knee or foot injuries in the past, and some of them quite severe. And when you're a bit overweight, like me for example, it's even worse, right? And I noticed this when I did my experiment running for almost a year every day. If running is your favorite sport, I would recommend adding another activity that trains different muscles that running does. And if you're looking for something more fun, more variety, running might not be the most fun activity for you. But nonetheless, I would still encourage you to run maybe once or twice a week just for the health benefits, because they are awesome. At the end of the day, running belongs for me in the A-tier bracket. It's not perfect, but it has a lot to offer for those who can handle the risk of injury and stay motivated. Just one last thing, please do not try to use running to lose weight. It does not work, quite the contrary. Excessive running made me fat, and if you want to know more about that, click this video. If you found this breakdown helpful, I would love if you hit the like button, share this video with anyone who's thinking of starting a new sport habit, and I see you next time when we dive into archery.
I'll be back.
Thank you for watching this video. Have fun.